Viktoria Plzen 1, Manchester United 2. Ruben Amorim's Reds back to winning ways after a bit of a slump. I'm going to do it a bit differently today. I'm going to do it kind of back to front in terms of goalkeeper to strikers and how I think they kind of did it. In a sense, like a player ratings, but not so much. So, obviously, Onana had the clanger of all clangers, giving the ball away on the edge of his own area, which cost us the goal. Other than that, he didn't really have an absolute ton to do. But off the back of watching the analysis, I can kind of see what he was trying to do, but he shouldn't have done it either way. He should have just booted it along. The defence, I think that Mazraoui was phenomenal again. For me, he's a signing of summer. The fact that we've got him for as little as we have is, quite frankly, daylight robbery. I think De Ligt was okay, apart from obviously the miscommunication with Onana for the goal. Martinez played all right as well. I think there's a few mistakes here and there between the three of them. Less so from Mazraoui. I think Mazraoui was quite good. But yeah, they were relatively solid other than the goal. I know that they had quite a few chances, but there was nothing massively clean cut where I thought Onana had to properly deal with anything. There was a couple on target which were easy saves, but nothing too drastic. In terms of the midfield, Casemiro and Fernandes, it started. We brought on, obviously, Ugarte later on. I think they were okay. Bruno was making some good passes. Obviously, Casemiro trying to cut up the play a little bit. It wasn't phenomenal stuff. It was kind of a little regimented, but not spectacular, if that was probably the best way of putting it. Then we had obviously Dalot on the right to start with and Malacia on the left. It worked to an extent. Obviously, they've gone with a formation which, knowing Viktoria Plzen, how it played out anyway, they played a bit of a high line, so having that kind of 5 defenders rather than having a 4 and then obviously Ahmad on the wing meant that it was a bit more regimented, I guess, defensively. Again, they were quite solid. There wasn't an absolute ton of stuff going forward though from the 2 wing backs. Obviously, Anthony replaced Malacia and didn't really do an absolute ton. Skied 2 into the stratosphere. But nothing absolutely spectacular from them. And then the front 3, it started as Ahmad, Xerxes and Rashford. I think Xerxes was decent at holding up the play, but he needs to do more in terms of the box. Rashford, again, was weak. I think it wasn't the greatest of games for him again. And Amad Diallo stands out in this team. He is head and shoulders above everybody, I think. There's only probably Fernandes who I would say is close to him in this sort of situation. He is absolutely phenomenal. He is playing out of his skin, whether it be at wing back, whether it be in this 10 role that he played tonight. Every game he seems to play really well. Some of the stuff he was doing was incredible. Obviously, we brought on Hojlund and Garnacho. I don't really remember Garnacho doing anything again, which is a bit of a concern. But Rasmus Hojlund, for me, is the best goal scorer in the club because once fed, he thrives. I know obviously the first one is all Ahmad. He does some absolute amazing work to get the shot out, and then obviously the tapping is there for Hojlund. But at the end of the day, you've still got to be there to get that tapping. So the fact that he's made the movement to get into that position is good stuff. I like the look of that. And then for the second goal, it's good work from Fernandes. It's not the most spectacular of balls because the ball kind of bobbles up. But I'm not sure if you can blame the pass or the pitch. But when Hojlund takes it and kind of turns with it, it pops up just nicely for him to smack it nice on the volley, on like a half volley kind of, as it kind of just dips down a little bit. He hit it so sweetly and it goes into the back of the net. Rasmus Hojlund, 2 goals again in Europe. Does he start the weekend against City? I think so. I don't know whether it'll be a very similar formation and personnel with them playing tonight. It'll be interesting to see how it plays. But for me, they were very good second half. They were very much more in control. It was a bit of a kind of the halftime stats kind of skew the situation because it looked like the United were getting a lot of possession, a lot of ball and control in the game, and that wasn't really the case. They had a lot of the ball, but there was not really anything from them. Second half, there was once the goal went in for Viktoria Plzen, it became obviously adamant that United kicked on, and they did, and that's good to see. Now, obviously, it's a bit of a concern that it needs a goal for them to kick into gear. Hopefully, that's not the case at the weekend because it's a big test for them this weekend. Obviously, City are on a run of 1 win in 10, and that win came last weekend against Forest, so it's relatively fresh. Obviously, they went away to Juventus and lost yesterday. Was the day before in Champions League football anyway. So they've not in a great run of form. Obviously, they'd lost. They won their last Premier League game, like I said. But it's still are they able to turn it on at home against their rivals in a sense and their derby rivals? I'd say that's the case, especially with the way United have been playing recently. So it's not something I'm confident on, but we'll see what happens. Amorim's already done over Pep Guardiola this season in the Champions League. Let's see if he can do it in the Premier League. But guys, let me know what you think about the game over in the Czech Republic or Czechia or whatever it's called now. Who do you think starts for United at the weekend against City? Let me know, guys, down in the comments. Like this video if you've liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Until next time, guys, take care.